Alright, we're back with another ViVi video. She's super fun to play, so we're going to give her another try against probably the hardest deck for any of my jank leaders to go up against. We got red, purple, law. I think going second's the correct call here. Get another card in hand. Ooh, gravity blade and opening hand. That's nice. Happiness punch. An Automa with a Marco. That's with a Borsellino. Yeah, that's a keep right there. That's a good hand. Turn one, we're just gonna draw. We get a 0 cost event, so we're getting some more defense. Off the draw, we get another 2k. We get the ducks. Always great. Once again, we got AK on their second turn. We just let them have that. If we don't have anything up early, we just let them have those first like 2 life. Just depends if you get a dud hand or you get that 3 dawn turn instead of 2 or 4. You're gonna have like a happiness punch sometimes. Right, let's see what we draw. Another gravity blade. So his ability basically single gravity blades all my creatures, which thank goodness we don't play any early game. But that's going to help us late game deal with some of the stuff he's about to start playing. Get some more defense, that's always good. I'll take as many of those Gum Marine as I can get. Okay, that's good. Get a Dawn. And we got Wall coming in. Maybe Automa this, give him a 2k. Nope. Every time I say Automa, it's always the ducks first. Makes sense though. Oh, we get a good blocker. One I'm very excited for in OP7 coming up. I think it'll really help the deck out. In particularly, very bad against red purple law though. He's just gonna bottom that. We got the Automa and Marco set up. Wax off his character on the board. He's still probably gonna bottom the Marco or do some type of shenanigans with it, but that's fine. We took one of his. He has to take one of ours. Hopefully buys us enough time to get the gravity blade to deal with him getting above 2 characters. Once you get to like 3 or more, it starts getting rough. 7k coming at ViVi. We could stop this with a 0 cost. We have 2 in our hand. I think that's the right play. It's just a matter of like what would you give up with it. Borsellino doesn't have a counter, so that's probably fine. We're gonna be playing Gravity Blade back-to-back turns anyways, or right around there, so he probably won't get played out. Still got 5 Dawn up. There's a lot of stuff we can do. Oh, okay. Here it comes. Marco's gone, and we got Kid and Killer coming in with Rush. Thank goodness it does not have the buff. And oh my goodness, he just dumps his hand. Gordon, Shira. Alright, so this thing get interesting. We got a lot of problems to deal with on board now. We have to go Gravity Blade, I think. Didn't attack with Killer. I just noticed. That's weird. It does have Rush, if I remember correctly. I don't think that was conditional. I think the plus 2000 was. So, yeah, Gravity Blade, both of those off the field. That's fine. And pass, holding up Happiness Punch. Double Gordons is rough though. The Queen is possibly worse than that. He just filtered through a little bit of what he wanted and what he didn't. Really, he has Purple Zoro. It is good. I can never find a deck for it though. It always gets cut. Any bottoms? Mine to get a Penguin. Also another really good card that always gets cut for my decks. 7k coming in. Happiness Punch takes them to 4. Yep, we'll do it. I think Gravity Blade on Penguin and Queen is just the knee-jerk reaction. Probably needs to be done, because otherwise he's going to be getting really annoying really quick. He's already at the point where I don't want him to be, which is above three characters. Got a Rad Beam. So we draw here to get an extra card in hand because we only got one Rad Beam. Get another Shanks, that's really good. Oh, Reiju refills his hand and just extended this game for me. Let's see what he does now. AK, ViVi, that's good. Rad Beam is not online. Considering just letting them have this, because I would have to dump. Yeah, and we get another Happiness Punch, so we're looking better later game. That's okay though. And another Gravity Blade, that's awesome. I think playing it this turn might not be worth it. Probably just Shanks the Reiju off the board. Oh wait, no, that's I think where I messed up, because he's just gonna bottom the Shanks with both the Gordons. I feel like that in the moment was the right play, but then staring down the barrel of Gordons, probably not a good idea. Probably could have Shanksed a Gordon. Next turn, Gravity Bladed the Reiju and something else. But if he had another Gordon anyways, it's kind of pointless. So I think taking out the attacker that doesn't need a Dawn investment was probably the right play. And we just got a little 5. I feel bad to give an Autumn up. Yeah, we'll give up the blocker because there's no point in playing her at all this match. He'll just bottom her. And he has to invest in another Gordon. Okay. I think if we give him this, it brings Rad Beam online, which is right here. I messed up. This, I should have used the trigger. I'm like, oh, 4th Gravity Blade. I should totally keep this in hand. At this point, I have one already, and I have a Shanks I'm going to be setting up the turn after. There's no point in keeping this. I think right there I realized I should have bottomed that Gordon, because boom, there's another Gordon, and there goes my Shanks. That's 7k coming in. We can always 0. Drop this. I don't know if I take this or if we 0 drop this. I kind of want to keep my characters alive in these next couple turns versus myself. We got a Happiness Punch and a Rad Beam and a 0 cost. Oh, risky. We sent away the 2k. I think also right there is another misplay. If I would have chose the Gravity Blade, I think having the 2k in my hand would have been better. But again, is that allure of having a Gravity Blade? You just want to keep it. Borsalino's cool. That's a great draw. We'll just bottom that and rush it out, and then that lets us see 7. That takes us to 9. We could keep it up for situation. We'll have Rad Beam online though. That's really nice. No point in playing a Gravity Blade because he's only got one character. Interesting. I think right here I'm thinking I'm not down to 1 yet. I don't have to worry as long as I get that other creature off the board. I don't have to worry about him presenting lethal. In theory, I passed right here and looked at my hand again, and I got no blocks. So could have been very bad. We have to take it. Nothing we can do here. Get a happiness punch off the life. No big deal there. Ugh, rush killer. That's also rough. Yeah. Again, we just have to take it. So really close to just imploding and killing ourselves this turn. And he's still sitting at 4 life. I mean, he's looking good. We get another rad beam. 2 happiness punches, 2 rad beams. We're possibly buying a lot of time here. I love playing this deck because you get to that end game, you start trying to piece together which one exactly do I need. Can I use a Borsellino bottom that 4 cost, or do I need 2 of them, deal with queen and a killer, bottom those 2. So it's really fun. The happiness punch and rad beam, you're always deciding like how many dawn they put on and swing with, kind of dictates on what you're gonna block with. There's so many outs though. You got the Automas 2K, the Marcos get saved by events. It's a lot of way to buy time, which is the name of the game with this deck. And we get another rad beam. That's really good. We attack first there just in case I get some trigger. Bottom. Ooh, with not having any other counters in hand, I think the right play would be to just pass and not rush him. Yeah. We got possible 12,000 defense on top of our 5, so yeah, he's not getting it. But he's gonna cost us a pretty penny because he thinks he can win. This turn, go to 9 plus another 4,000. Maybe it would have been correct to go double happiness punch there. Would have been 6,000 with another 4,000. Maybe it would have saved a rad beam. Some more defense, that's always nice. No character here, right, was a little brutal though, because I mean we can guarantee 2 hits. That's alright. Alti's not bad. We're not gonna be able to rush her out, but we got a body. And she gets us another event in hand, which is what? Crowd goes well. Buying us time. I think this version of the deck only runs 1 or 2 of her, but I like her sitting at like 2 or 3. Like you don't want it all the time, but when it happens, like right now, it's super nice to get. I think grabbing Kaido is a good choice because drawing 4 cards is always good. Boa is, you think about it because you can rush her out, keep 2 events up, and you'll still have the 0 drop, which is just a ton of defense. But that's all 1 turn. Like you're gonna burn that to save you on 1 turn. So I think getting Kaido is probably more beneficial than Boa because you're gonna have to refill your hand. He's still sitting at 5 cards. He's got a lot of the game left, and he's got 3 life. I got none. Oh, also another good point. I guess none of those have counters. Maybe just having a counter is probably the best play. Not sure if I should have took that Kaido in that instance. Oh no, I can't, because I can't take a turn off. I can't buy. I don't have any life to give. How much we get? So we get him 10. He should be able to block this, but I don't think it matters for him to block it. Then we got a happiness punch and rad beam. I'm taking my time, double checking everything, because this game had me going. It was so much fun. I always seem to do the best against all the meta decks with like my weird jank. Like, oh yeah, I had a great game. Be playing my meta deck and just be struggling. I mean, he could have Kid Killer, Rush Zoro, another Rush Zoro. So I mean, worst case scenario with him being at an 8-card hand, looking at a lot of Rush. Or, I guess, a lot of blocking as soon as I say that. Autumn doesn't like the alt. What did he just play? Oh, he used his ability. 2 blockers. Gravity Blade, swing. Yep, happiness punch takes him to 4, buys us a turn. And he gets a 3rd blocker out, which is just rough. He went the exact opposite way as what I thought he would go. Hey, we pulled another Kaido, which is not that it really does any favors. I think getting rid of this Sanji and Kid with Gravity Blade this turn is probably the best play. And then forcing Shira with one of the attacks. End up deciding to attack with Shanks first. Don't know why I decided to do that. Maybe I thought it would force them to give up one of their big blockers first. But taking the life is just wild. But understandable when you're sitting behind 3 blockers. And that right there is why I should have just played Gravity Blade. We get an All Miss Sunday, which is going to be the bane of this game. That right there cost me the game. Or at least ensured that he was probably going to win. I even knew it. I typed it up. That purple trigger coming in clutch. Now, pretty much good. It's pretty much set in stone. He's got way too many people for me to deal with next turn. Swinging with the Borsellino. Shira blocks it. Now, get rid of the last 2 blockers. I don't think there's a way to get past this All Miss Sunday. Him getting another body puts him past the 2 to 3 I want him at. I can't deal with that. Boom. Blocker's gone. We might as well pay 2 with ViVi. It'd hold up a rad beam. Get a boa, no block in hand. Off of her. We got going in a rad beam up, which is death. If we had Law maybe a couple other different cards. Gum Gum Rain. You know, I'm just gonna pick that one card out of my hand, swing 15. Gum Gum and Rad Beam gets me to 9 plus 3. So we're only at 12. He gets me by 3k, I think. At least that's the math on my attacking. He could also have a Rush Dude, which would also just be terrible. Nope. He just wins though. Oh, he only had 9 Dawn, not 10. Turn 11 though. Pretty decently long game. And if any of those could have helped, it would have been nice. Yeah. We could have done it if we had a 2k and a 1k in hand. But that was a great game.